One night several years ago, while we were getting ready for supper, our kids were playing in the living room. They were pretty wound up and making a lot of noise. They weren't being bad, but they were loud in what they were playing. Every once in a while, they'd run into the kitchen and we'd send them back into the living room to play. It was about time to eat, so I told them it was time to settle down, get quieter. They all looked at me and said, "But what should we do? What can we play?" I thought for a moment and had one of those brilliant parent ideas. Play quiet mouse. One of my children looked at me and said, but that's one of those games I'm not good at. I can't win that game. I just started laughing. They realized they were not good at being quiet. You know, there are a lot of people like this. There are a lot of times we're good at making noise and talking, and that's not always bad, but there are times that we need to know how to be quiet and listen. Specifically, we need to know how to listen to God. Ecclesiastes 5:1 says, "Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of God, and be more ready to hear." Keep that foot means to give your mind to what you're about to do. He was saying, as you go into the temple, don't do it carelessly, but consider, what are you doing? Do not let anything distract your attention from your purpose in being there. Then he says, be more ready to hear. Hear refers to hearing intelligently. It's not to let yourself just hear some words being said, but hear that you might learn and apply. James 1:19 says, "Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath." The idea is to be quick to hear God and His instruction. Slow to speak is to speak authoritatively. The idea is, do not approach the teaching and preaching of the Word as if you already know it all, but be ready to hear so that you might learn. We can all be guilty of not being quiet and listening. But if we're going to learn and grow as Christians, we must learn to be quiet and hear God.